Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Listen to some Enslaved Mardrum vinyl. Cool. Good album. Really good album. Okay, so the time has come. The time has come. The time has come. The time has come. It's been a little bit too long since I've had one. We'll see how this one is. I'm curious. It's a proper ABV, 11%. It is too goddamn cold because of the house being cold. But we have a Russian Imperial Stout. I kind of don't like when people use the word Russian Imperial Stout because a lot of times they're just Imperial Stouts. You know what I mean? Like they're not up to the kind of the Russian Imperial Stout level of the overly hopped, lots of dark fruits, you know, that almost even like soy saucy, all those kind of different things. But we'll call it what it is. So here we go. It's a clever name. It's a clever name. It's so cold. I don't like cold. But, I mean, this is a temperature that most humans in the world will drink of that, so it is what it is. Just crack it open. The name for this beer, it's not on the can, but it is Putin on the Ritz. So yeah, I get it. It's a pun. It's a Putin pun. There we go. Ooh. The only one that didn't explode everywhere, so that's nice. Alright, got the Yorkolo glass. We got some Putin on the Ritz. Right there. And it is way too thin already, I can tell you. Super thin. I can just really see through this. Really see through this. This is not motor oil. This is nothing like you want to expect it to be already right off the bat. Just letting you know. Okay. A lot of caramel hues right through here. Alright, not a rind, but more just a bunch of it right here. Okay, off-white khaki colored head. Let's get an aroma. Cheers. Slight roasty toasty baker's chocolate, things like that. Cheers. It is a bit cold. Okay. Lacing. Look at that lacing already. Whoa. Pretty. Kind of medium side of a medium body, kind of wanting to be full side of a medium body. A little oiliness, that's nice. Voice changing, interesting. You kind of feel a little bit of that 11% in there as far as the taste goes. There is some ethanol alcohols wafting through. Brightening, it actually brightens the beer up a little bit too. Brings a little bit of a soft raisin or cherry with it too. Just a little bit of that kind of ethanol alcohol brings a little fruit with it. Sometimes it's really nice. You kind of breathe it out. Extremely drinkable for 11%. Very well hidden ABV. It just, when you breathe, it kind of invigorates the beer a little bit, brings it out with you sometimes, especially when the beer is a little bit thinner. It's more pronounced, and that's why I think you can kind of notice it just a little bit more. There's a little bit of baker's chocolate, a little hint of like a nutty coffee, a little bit of char, smoke, caramel. Nothing too crazy. It's very on point. I would consider this solid as hell. A bit too thin, but still on the solid category for sure. Nice 11% little Imperial Stout. Not a Russian Imperial Stout, but Imperial Stout. Sometimes, Imperial Stout. Oh, Russian Imperial Stout has a lot of hops. Okay, no, you just made a hopped up American Imperial Stout. You know what I mean? Like, no, there's a different, you know what I mean? There's only a couple companies that have, like, the original recipe for a Russian Imperial Stout. Like Courage, for example, over in England. It's different. And you just get different characteristics, different characters when you have some good, especially your British, Russian Imperial stouts, they're just different. They're special. That's when you get the kind of umami soy sauce kind of characteristics. Definitely dive into that plum, fig, raisin kind of category a little bit more into it. Black currants, black cherries, those things kind of come into the mix. It's very charry and smoky. It's nice. Pipe tobacco really comes to mind when I think about a nice Russian Imperial Stout. Full, unsmoked pipe tobacco, char, black currants, black cherries. You know, almost like parring with an amazing port. That kind of vibe, but in an Imperial Stout form. But most of these are just American Imperial Stouts, and I think this is an American Imperial Stout, an 11% American Imperial Stout with a clever name, so we call it Russian. But whatever. Man, a lot of times, like when it's heavily hopped, they're heavily hopped. Well, usually just use American hops and stuff like that. So was it a Cascadian Dark Ale now? Since you just use a lot of Cascadian, I don't know what's in it. It's one of those kind of things. I just don't know. This definitely has a hop presence, a heavily hopped presence to it. It has a lot of earthiness, a little like earthy, and a bit of a like grapefruity kind of vibe, a little bit of a dank, like a little herbal tonality wafting through a lot of char and earthy pepperiness. It's not bad though. No, it's not bad at all. I'm not blowing my doors off, but it's pretty good. I'm gonna say above solid though. It's probably the best beer. Well, that's the other thing is, it's the 11% Imperial Stout. You know what I mean? It better be the best goddamn beer. Yeah. Is there more? No? Sad. Okay. Established craft brewing, 2018. So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. What's that face all about? I don't know. Getting flushed for some reason. Right through here. I can feel my sinuses filling up. I don't know why. Nice lacing. Look at that. All these beers have had really nice lacing. Getting flushed in the face right here. Right through there. I can feel it. I don't like that. I don't like that. Actually, the nice thing is that when you look at the proteins, that's what I like to see. The protein sticking. That's a nice that's a nice beer. It's a really well-made beer. I mean, apparently they make really good pizzas too, so I might have to go back and try a pizza. It's just one of those things when you're by yourself or with someone that's already eating and they don't want to eat a whole pizza. Like, it's really hard to order a whole fucking pizza by yourself, especially if you're picky about pizza where you don't like everybody's pizza, if you know what I mean. Like, I hate store-bought pizzas and stuff like that, so it's one of those things. But this is pretty good. The way to put it, though, that's the question. For a homebrew, though, it'd be fucking fantastic. If you know what I mean. But for a craft brewing company, it's really good, though. It's still nice. 8.5. I think it's going to be the king of the show for the highest score from the brewing company. I'm going to give that one. I didn't do anything really negative on this. They all been pretty damn solid. Straight across the board. Pretty solid. Yeah. No benchmarks, no fucking barnstormers or anything like that, but all pretty goddamn solid. The Russian Imperial Stout 11.4%. I'm sorry, 11.4% is the best of the bunch. At 8.5, I'd give that one 8.5 out of 10. Definitely check them out. Sunbury, Pennsylvania, Epic Brewing, since 2018. And there you go. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that finger. Here it comes. Woo! Bye-bye.